Jeremy hacked your computer.
All right, here we go.
Man, fuck Jeremy LaFave. I think it's time we put his channel in the grave. Dude is such a clown. Dude's the biggest meme. Planet 13 got him having wet dreams. The only thing he managed to 10x was his mortgage. He's gonna have to sell his Teslas in his storage. Tesla my ass up. Man, admit you got lucky. Your morals are yucky. $60 monthly from some sucker in Kentucky, making a few thousand monthly. You think robbing people of their savings is funny? Financial education more like chronic masturbation. Fuck that noise. Listen to my proclamation. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. Buy BT.
Wow.
Very good, very good. Oh, Jay's here.
What's up, dude?
How was your would you have steak like you always do?
No, dude, I was eating breakfast, man. I was going to go to McDonald's, but the line was like 30 minutes to get McDonald's. And I'm like, yo, dude, McDonald's isn't worth that.
Also, you couldn't drive there because your Tesla broke down.
Yeah, that's true, too. I love
Jay, you would be
Tesla.
kicked out of this stream if you had a Tesla. You would never be welcome here again.
Yeah, I'm going to pay $70,000 for that piece of crap car.
That's actually a perfect segue. What's going on with Tesla stock? I hear it's going up in a vertical line, right?
Well, as you know, Tesla is the only company that just keeps going up at 50% per year forever. So,
Well, it's because they're working on AI.
yeah, I mean, that's how you invest. You just insert buzzword and then buy stock.
Well, I hear Kathy Wood's buying the dip, so that's probably bullish, right?
Yeah, dude, the funniest thing I heard was Kathy Wood was crapping on NVIDIA being overvalued. After all that Tesla talk, I'm like, dude, can you read? I wanted to ask her, can you read financial ratios and statements?
Well, didn't she say it was overvalued at like 300 or something?
Yeah, she's been talking about it for a while, and I'm like, yeah, I wish you would apply that 96 PE ratio being overvalued to Tesla. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't have touched NVIDIA either. Because I thought it was crazy overvalued. But
Well, it is.
if you're buying an ARK fund, the point of that is when one of these stocks does go up like 1,000% a year, she bought it. Like she's the one that buys all these crazy stocks, and she just misses it.
Well, what you would want to do is go, all right. So during the clown market run up, at one point, Tesla had a price to earnings ratio of like 1,200. Okay. But a lot of the time it was trading at 100 to 200 PE, 100 to 200 times earnings. I would love to sit down with her and go, I want you to explain to me why NVIDIA is overvalued and Tesla isn't. Like, because, I mean, what's she going to do at that point? Well, disruptive innovation.
Didn't she own NVIDIA at some point and get rid of it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it says, and I've been Googling, in February she said that she's been selling her NVIDIA because it's overvalued, so she has bought it at some point.
like, I don't understand why this concept is so hard to get, even for people on Wall Street, but price to earnings ratio, right? The number 22.5 represents about 15% revenue growth over the course of 10 years if you do a discounted cash flow. As we know from the Intelligent Investor, it is unlikely that any particular company is going to grow at 15% revenue growth or greater consecutively over 10 years, much less a company that is valued at $1 trillion.
Well, Tesla's revenue growth is like, what, 5% now?
No, it was 1% last quarter.
Was it 1%?
Yeah, it's gonna be negative. It's gonna go from negative to positive for a while, and then it's gonna be negative. Because all the people that bought that stupid, overhyped EV that were telling us they're gonna have robo-taxis by 2024. It's 2024. Do you have robo-taxis?
Look, just give him another year. Okay, don't, as they always say, don't bet against Elon.
Yeah. Griftalon muskrat.
Clownalon scumrat, Jay.
I tend to like Elon overall, but yeah, he's like, I think he said there's going to be a tunnel connecting like all of California like 10 years ago, and he was going to be on Mars like 5 years ago. Like,
Cole, did you see the workers complaining about the hellish conditions inside that Las Vegas tunnel?
Well, I saw they people were being racist.
Well, that's a much bigger concern. People being, saying mean things than, the hellish working conditions inside the, boring company's mile-long tunnel that they've managed to complete over 10 years.
I'm Googling it right now. Fill us in. I'm seeing a video that says like it's full of the loop is full of sludge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, look. If this idea was so brilliant, it would have been done already. It's the same thing with the Hyperloop when he was promising that.
Look at this revenue growth rate year over year, 3.5%.
Yeah.
Disruptive innovation right there.
I mean, dude, like that's what we were all saying. Like the people that were going to buy Teslas all rushed out and bought Teslas. How many Teslas are people going to buy? I mean, you can just run the numbers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't buy new vehicles. And then everybody's like, well, you'll be buying when, there's used vehicles available. And I go, why would I buy an electric vehicle at this point? First off, they don't do anything that you claim that they do. First off, they're not better for the environment. They're actually worse. You need fossil fuels to actually create an EV. So like even the hypothetical BS where they say, it's better for the environment, that wouldn't start until you own the car for 10 years. And that's if you actually got clean electricity, which you don't.
Yeah, but once Optimus Prime starts building the Teslas, then it will be energy efficient.
Now, where he's coming with is he's coming with the Megan Fox robot F doll. Just gonna have like.
Would you, if those existed, would you actually buy one?
Depends on how much spare cash I got laying around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me a price. Like I'll throw $5 at anything. Yeah,
$50K.
Oh no, not that.
No, dude, no.
For unlimited relations with Megan Fox.
Well, tell you what I would do. I would take the $50,000. I would vest it into the fuck doll company, and then in a year, when that's $1 million.
Yeah, dude. Then you're just gonna have, you're gonna have your average Reddit user, mortgaging their mom's house from the basement to get their Megan Fox robot F doll.
Dude, that company probably would. If there was a company that actually built those things.
Oh, made lifelike celebrity F dolls. Yeah. Oh yeah.
My God, dude. Could you imagine if they made a bunch of J Naugys and they were just selling you, just using your body for profit? How would you feel about that?
Could you imagine Jeremy's defiling the J Naugy F doll?
Oh yeah, you make fun of me, boy. I'm gonna show you.
Fun of me, and I'm like just sitting there reacting like, dude, you're gay. No, it's a robot. Doesn't matter. You're gay.
Oh my God. Well, that devolved from Tesla stock really quick.
It generally does.
Or did it?
But no, dude. Like Kathy Wood, I cannot say enough negative things about her. Like, I mean, she's hot for a grandma, so I mean that's a positive. But like, I just don't understand the logic where you're going. Nvidia's overvalued. Okay, but Tesla was just trading at 100 PE. How is that not overvalued?
Look, this is why Wall Street money management is a scam. If Kathy Wood can be this dumb and this famous, it's all a scam.
Do you think she's dumb or do you think it's willful? That she's just.
I think she believes the stuff she says.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know. But a lot of these guys on Wall Street, right, those analysts that work for Goldman Sachs, they put out those ratings because they're making money off it. You know, when you see, oh, Nvidia's going up, so that's a strong buy. Well, you got to be making money off that somehow because it's terrible advice.
Of course.
You know, and I pointed this out like on my last live stream, I think. I go, Bitcoin, Nvidia, why didn't you like it in 2022?
I liked them in 2022.
What, Bitcoin?
I bought them both.
I figured as much.
At the exact bottom with my entire portfolio.
No, dude, I figured you weren't really buying VT and you were lying to me.
I mean, I haven't done a portfolio reveal in a while. There's a reason. I don't want to damage my reputation.
Sorry, it's just that Gil let me know that I kept checking. Like, when the hell is Scott making his Caleb Hammer video? It finally came out last night. Gil let me know it came out.
I don't even. Who the fuck is Caleb Hammer and why is he popular? I don't even know who this dude is.
He's Gen Z.
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Gen Z. Dave Ramsey.
Okay.
He's like
a fatter, gayer Dave Ramsey, basically.
Well, Dave Ramsey's getting sued because he's a scammer too. Like, somebody told me in the comment section that like he charges like 5%, he puts you in touch with financial advisors that do a load fee of like 5%.
Oh, it's evil. Dave Ramsey's evil. Like,
That is evil, dude. 5% of your money. I was showing my sister-in-law, I was showing her how much just a 1% fee from your financial advisor. It was $100 a month over, say 18 to 67. $100 a month, you'd have like 540K. 1% fee, you'd have like 394,000. That's evil. But like 5% is just downright diabolical, man.
Yeah, it's 5% up front. So just for the privilege of investing, they take 5% of your money. And then they probably charge you 1%. I did this as a financial advisor. Like, I keep saying financial advisors are evil. And people are like, they're just there to help you out and make sure you don't sell your stocks. I'm like, no, these people are just like grifting, dirty scum that steal all your freaking money, and they suck.
And this is the same guy, Dave Ramsey, who also said with those funds you can withdraw 8% a year safely in retirement because you make 12% a year, so you can withdraw 8%.
Then if he said that,
no, he didn't. You didn't hear that?
No, bro. I believe you, but if he said that, he doesn't understand the historical return of the stock market.
No, he doesn't.
The historic return of the stock market is not 10%, like everybody talks about. Here's what it is: dividends plus inflation plus 1 to 3% growth. That comes out to about 6.5 to about 7.5%. Warren Buffett's stated goal is an 8 to 12% return. If the stock market returned 12%, why would Warren Buffett go on the high end be going for a 12% return? It's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Planning for the future, I'm thinking like 6-7%.
No, when I do the math, I do 6% because I want to count under. I might even do 5.5 on occasion.
It's better to under than
over.
A lot of people are like, I'm going to get 10% forever into the future. And it's like, you may not. And then you might be under saving if you don't get 10%.
What at the rate the current regime in power is socializing the economy, your return's going to go down.
But we'll have Social Security, bro. Okay.
Oh yeah, great. I love, T-bills being paid to me in the short term from a pauper. $34 trillion in debt. Hey, let's spend more money in the Ukraine. It's not like we're in enough debt.
Well, hey, as long as people keep borrowing our money, I guess we can just issue debt into infinity.
Dude, I got to finish listening to that live you did yesterday. Because in the beginning, I was like, there's no way a human being is this stupid. This has to be a troll. Because
people bought it hook, line, and sinker. People thought he was a real Bitcoin guy because he sounds like one.
No, he does. But I was like, when he was talking about how the US dollar was fiat currency, I was like, bro, it's not fiat currency. It's the petrodollar.
Cole, did you see that video?
I didn't. A couple
You didn't
minutes.
watch my stream, Cole?
I thought it was a real. I don't watch anything really anymore. But I saw a few minutes. I thought it was a real debate. But yeah, no. It's funny. My coworker, he doesn't know too much about investing, but one thing he does know is he knows Michael Saylor, and he's like, yeah, this guy's had a video where he was like, yeah, mortgage your house, sell all your stuff, buy Bitcoin. He's like, if you love something, sell it, buy Bitcoin, and then buy back later.
Bro, dude, honestly, if I was an investor in MicroStrategies, I would launch a lawsuit against that dude.
I mean,
He's making money, bro. He's taking on debt to buy Bitcoin at 68,000.
Yeah, it's 68,000. And like when people say, they go, well, Bitcoin could be 100,000 or $1 million. I go, I don't discount the fact that there is a moron out there that will pay $1 million for a non-productive, I wouldn't even call it an asset. I would call it, code in a computer. But, it's this fascinating thing where you're like, hey, I got to sell my Bitcoin to you. Okay. How much you want for it? Well, it's worth $100,000. Okay. To me, it's worth nothing. It doesn't pay me a dividend. It doesn't keep the dividend and put it into shareholder equity. It doesn't do any of that. Like, it's like, okay, I could pay you $100,000 for this, or I could buy the Vanguard Energy ETF with extra money because it's undervalued right now.
But it went up, Jay. Address that. It has outperformed every other investment you could have. I think it's probably outperformed NVIDIA, hasn't it?
It's outperformed everything, but that doesn't mean what you're buying has actual underlying intrinsic value. It's like baseball cards.
Dollars in my account have intrinsic value.
Yes. But you have to sell your Bitcoin.
I got into an argument with somebody on Fabio's Discord where the guy said, yeah, to be fair, I think he said it was a small percent of his portfolio, but he said he would always be invested in Bitcoin because stocks have fundamentals, so they can only go up so much. But Bitcoin has no fundamentals, so it could go up infinitely. And I was like, I don't know if that makes sense because somebody still has to buy it from you.
Yeah, but bro, I've said it for a long time, man. I've said it from day one. If you understand the crypto market and how to sell the crypto off, there's nothing wrong with putting a small percentage of your portfolio in it. When it goes up to 70, start taking profits if you understand it. But like,
I understand the market. It's easy. You just make your own crypto, you have people buy it, and then you dump it on them.
No, but all I'm talking about, it's not the worst thing in the world to play with like 5% of your money.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So if like that dude was saying that to me, I would go, yeah, that might not be the worst idea, dude. But understand you're gambling. It's the people that like the guy yesterday when he was saying, I got my dad into Bitcoin. There's a fucking dude out there that's getting his boomer parents into Bitcoin. And when this thing goes sideways, it's shooting up because of the ETFs. Money is flowing in right now. And at a certain point, I think the institutions are going to rug pull.
I mean, hey, they want us to go as long as possible so they can charge management fees. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
Well, bring up David's comment because he makes a point, but I want to expand on it a bit. He says, wish these guys are right is what they say makes sense, but they aren't. They have been consistently wrong about tech stocks and Bitcoin. Performance is all that matters, not opinion. That last sentence is true to a degree. So when he says performance is all that matters, if I say, put your money into an index fund and instead they put all their money into a lottery ticket and they win the lottery and make like $500 million, they were right. Like they're way richer than me. And I would have, if they followed my advice, it would be bad. But as far as giving advice to all 86 people watching, I would still recommend when you're giving advice to a large group of people, I tend to go with the safer option, which is why I don't recommend.
So, like, where was I wrong? So I've been telling you Tesla's been overvalued for years, and the zenith of the stock was in November of 2021, and it's down. So now it's reverting to fair value because what's happening is its margins are collapsing also. So one of the
reverted to fair. I don't know why it hasn't died yet.
It's not even at fair value yet. So what you're paying for is revenue growth. The revenue is going down. Again, you're looking at short term. I'm talking about 20 years from now. And here's a bet I'll make. NVIDIA will be trading below its current market cap 10 to 20 years from now, exactly like Cisco Systems is in the year 2000. I've heard all these arguments before.
In real dollars?
Yeah, Cisco's worth less than it was at the height of the tech boom, or it just recently hit that market cap. And Cisco has been a solid performing company since then. It's just that it got so disconnected from reality in 99 and 2000. So Amazon in 1999, right? It was trading at $72 a share. I forget what its price to earnings ratio. By the end of 2000, it was trading at 74 cents a share, which its shareholder equity and its liabilities, if you had divided them by the shares outstanding, you would have got 74 cents a share from 1999. So a year later, it was trading at about its fair value from 1999. Microsoft is a slow-growing company. Apple is having trouble continuing to grow. So you're buying the largest market caps in the world, this big tech. They have only one place to go, and that's down. If you're looking for massive growth, look in the small and mid caps.
I only look at large cap tech, Jay. Yeah, apparently we're wrong about large tech, but we're not because we're invested in it. We're just not.
Yeah, it's in the top 10. Okay. All right. So where do you think Microsoft is going to go as a $3 trillion company, right? If you look at its revenue at $3 trillion, it creates less revenue than Walmart does at $455 billion market cap. Amazon's the same thing.
I mean, you can
Amazon's
sell
like
software everywhere.
Amazon's like a 1.7 or 1.8 trillion dollar market cap. It actually brings in less revenue than Walmart does.
But it's got the AWS, bro.
See, what happened with big tech is all of the money from quantitative easing filtered into it. That's why Dave Ramsey's going, you get 12%. It's actually because the quantitative easing distorted the markets over the past 15 years.
Oh, dude, Dave Ramsey is literally, he just buys tech because you can tell how he describes it. He's like, you look at the mutual funds that outperformed the most in the last 10 years, and it's easy. You just buy those. So he's probably heavily tilted into the tech sector. And that's just going to go into the future.
Oh, 100%. And all of this ends up becoming, like, you look at oil stocks, right? Everybody, sleeps on oil stocks. Oil stocks or oil makes our economy actually go, right? Tech is going to end up at the same point where it's just boring tech.
I think tech's exciting, Jay.
But yeah, this is looking at the market in the short term. I have no idea why everybody's obsessed with $3 trillion market cap companies that are actually overvalued.
I mean, it's predictable. I mean, stuff that outperformed recently, people love it. They're all you notice everybody's all in it, and it's like you don't have the patience to wait like 10, 20, 30 years and let these things work themselves out. Because that's really what investing is all about. It's not like, I'm buying the stuff that went up a lot. I'm smart. I'm a genius. And you're done.
I couldn't give less of a shit what happens over the next 5 years.
And that's like a long time. If you think about like a person's life, like you live maybe 75, 80 years. I mean, even 5 years is a long time.
You should be more concerned when you go to retire. I mean,
well, that's all that matters. You get to that goal. Your goal is to when I'm 65 or 70, I haven't blown up my portfolio and I've made decent returns that roughly approximate the market, and I didn't take unnecessary risk. That's the ultimate goal of investing.
Well, yeah, dude, because it's Warren Buffett's first rule of investing: don't lose money. But you know that NYU professor, that Indian dude, Answorth, or whatever that dude's name is, he was just on CNBC saying the same thing. He's going, all of these companies in the Magnificent Seven, they're all overvalued.
And even if they aren't, you still owe them. Like, you really...
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm benefiting from all of this. I'm just not doubling down on them going, well, Microsoft's the number one market cap in the world. Let me put, another 10% of my portfolio in.
What a genius. To me, it's just laughable because it's like every time there's a new hype thing, everybody seems to be all in it. And it's like, it's such a joke. People are just chasing performance. It's so obvious to me.
Dude, this is how the bubbles, bro, this is how the bubbles go. It's exactly what happened in the late 90s. Alan Greenspan lowered the interest rates in the late 90s. All of that money flooded into tech. And when people say, those companies, they didn't have profits. Well, some didn't. Again, Cisco Systems was a profitable company, right? And what happened is that money filtered in. And then the last place that bubble went before it popped is biotech.
Biotech.
Hey, real quick, pull up K. Roddy's comment.
K. Roddy?
Yeah.
What do you think of do I look like Caleb Hammer? Really?
Well, you look like a more conservative Caleb Hammer.
A Caleb Hammer that isn't a fat slob.
Yeah. No, I think Caleb Hammer made a comment and he said he's like I'm 90% straight.
Yeah.
Well, that's as straight as you need to be, I guess. But
yeah.
What does that even mean? I don't understand.
Well, so for every 10 people he sleeps with,
one is a dude.
Yeah.
You think he's sleeping with 10 people?
Well, if the allegations are true.
Well, dude,
I didn't even finish the video. I don't even know what had happened with him. Like, I know he flirted or said some weird things to that one dude, that sexy long-haired boy. But besides that, what did he do?
Yeah, what's this Scott Schaefer expose on him?
So there's this guy that went on Caleb Hammer's thing. I don't know very much, but enough to give you a little bit of a context. This guy went on Caleb Hammer's thing 3 times, and the guy's like a moron. He just cannot balance his budget, can't stop spending. Now, I'm pretty sure this dude's super gay, the guy going on Caleb Hammer. And now this is what Caleb Hammer's explanation was. Caleb Hammer says that the guy that came on his show said he wanted to start an OnlyFans. Well, I think he does have an OnlyFans. And he was asking Caleb for help, growing it and stuff. So Caleb sent him an audio memo, on text message. He sent him an audio message. And Caleb said, I have a friend who would be interested in helping you. Can he would you be okay with him touching your balls and touching your cock?
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah.
And so now all we have is that voice message. But Caleb said the guy asked him to find him people to collab with. So that was Caleb awkwardly trying to talk to the guy about setting him up with somebody. But then the guy is saying no, Caleb Hammer tried to molest me is what. So I don't know.
I heard that. It's a pretty creepy message, but it is possible that the guy was like, hey, can you help me out?
Yeah.
It's entirely possible. So.
Yeah, and maybe Caleb Hammer's got a gay friend and he was trying to hook him up.
I mean, the guy's
Naugy all the time.
Yeah.
Look, but pretend you've never seen his channel before. Pretend you don't know it's about finance. You don't know it's about budgeting. I just tell you oh, did you see the new Caleb Hammer video? You would go, oh, it's gay porno.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
That's what you would think. Caleb Hammer. Yeah.
Caleb Hammer. He hammered my bussy, remember?
Yeah.
That was inspired by Cole, by the way. That was a good title.
Thank you. I'm very good at coming up with gay puns.
Well, dude, one way you need to understand we're in a clown market too is the hooker price index.
Wait,
we were
give it.
talking about that, Jay. Could you explain that more?
Well, the hooker price index, you got to pay attention to the price of hookers. Find one of those online sites. And when you're watching the hookers, when they're charging more, that indicates we're in, like an overvalued market because they're charging too much for their wares. You got to wait, like really where it starts to say, really show you what's going on in the market is when the bottom shelf hookers are getting bold enough to charge like $300-$400 an hour. Like maybe she's got like a bullet wound on like one leg, and she's like,
Tuesday lunch.
Yeah, the C squad on a Tuesday at a strip club, right? Those girls that are dancing, they're not putting them up on a Friday night. But when those girls are charging $300-$400 an hour for the going rate, overvalued market.
And in some, I mean, you're talking about places like New York City and Los Angeles, 300. That's just a hand job.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys seem so like intimately aware of the rates for hookers.
Well, we study markets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, look at all right.
It's just academic, right?
No, it is for this reason. Where is the least amount of government interference in the markets?
Hookers, I guess.
Hookers, lot lizards, stuff like that. Like you talk to the truckers, like, what's the going rate for a lot lizard these days? You just get a general idea of how the economy's doing.
So this is like the number one indicator. It's not like unemployment or interest rates. It's how much hookers are charging.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Buffett.
It's a luxury product, right? So,
oh God, not for a lot of them.
Hey man, I'm not judging. I'm just telling you, Cole. We should write an entire economic paper on our theories on the hooker market.
You get like honorary PhDs from Harvard.
Can you imagine me up there speaking, like talking about what I discovered in the free market?
Well, you should. Well, they're gonna like the academics are gonna shout you down and be like you're misogynistic, and you go, no, it's empowering, and they go, oh yeah.
No, what I would do is
I like it.
What I would do is look at that really liberal Harvard guy, and I'd be like, hey man, if you want, you can check my work in the gay hooker market.
Buffett said that the hooker index shouldn't exceed 1% of U.S. GDP, but lately it's been around 3%. So
yeah,
it should be a correction.
My God, are you serious?
Yeah,
we are in a bubble, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, we are. I'm telling you, man. Just go on one of those sites, dude. The hookers, they get bold. 2022, 2023, they weren't asking for $500 an hour. I've lowered their rates to like $300.
Dude, have you seen the AI girlfriends on Facebook? I don't know. I shared one. It was like this girl. She's like this big blonde bimbo with huge, whats. And she was, hey, honey, I can be there for you at any time.
See, and remember how everybody was talking about how AI is going to revolutionize the world, and here we are. Sex. That's where it goes to. It's like, dude, how's AI going to revolutionize the world? Well, you know that Reddit user sitting in his mom's basement on his crusty couch?
Hey, no reason to call me names.
Ouch.
Right? He's going to have an AI girlfriend. Dude, Ray Kurzweil, who is one of the champions of AI and everything, was on Rogan, and it was like the worst interview of all time. Ray Kurzweil. He's been this guy in the artificial intelligence scene going back to the 80s. They say he's one of the most accurate predictors of where technology is going. But he was on Rogan's podcast. And this dude has been talking about how he's going to achieve immortality through AI. Bro, he sounded like Biden talking. It was awful. Like Rogan was desperately trying to keep his shit together the whole time.
We're all going to look really stupid, though, in like 5 years when the AI sex bots, they won't fuck you unless you insert 1 Bitcoin. And by then, it's going to be like $1 million per coin, and we missed out.
Well, bro, if you're really where I think like one of the first dramatic things artificial intelligence is going to have an effect on is drug discovery. Because it can just use brute force to find new compounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, how it plays out, because again, it's a buzzword. People go,
"Oh,
AI," and I go, okay, but like you couldn't have predicted when the internet came out. You couldn't have predicted YouTube, right? So it has unintended consequences. It's the picks and shovels theory, right? The people that got rich off the gold were actually the people selling picks and shovels,
or the first person to get the gold.
Yeah, or the first person to get it.
Nobody made any money off the gold. It was all
Yeah.
No, but you know what's going to be really cool about AI in the future? I think they're going to be able to instantly make super amazing video games. Like think about like Skyrim, right? That was made by developers. Imagine if you had
That's what I was playing last night.
Yeah. I've played it. I've been playing it recently too. And it's like, imagine a super intelligent AI can just like create everything and do all the dialogue and this and that. And like, you just have unlimited amazing games to play. We wouldn't even have to work. We would just play games.
With blonde girls with big tits in it.
Well, dude.
Of course. I actually like that better, but whatever.
Bro, I think it's going to get to the point with AI. I really do think this, where you'll go into like Netflix or whatever. What's going on, Fabio? But you'll go into like Netflix or whatever, and you're like, yo, give me a Escape from New York City zombie apocalypse movie. And the AI will actually generate that movie.
I fucking love John Carpenter, by the way.
Oh, dude. He's amazing. The Thing is one of my favorite movies of all time.
My favorite movie, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
What about They Live, though, Cole?
It's not necessarily a favorite, but I love the movie, yeah.
Bro, I got a video copyright struck because I was drinking and watching that fight scene between Roddy Piper and I always mix up his name. Is it David Keith or Keith David?
Keith David. Yeah.
Keith David. Yeah, I love that fight scene.
It's a very manly movie. That's cool. So that's a cool use of AI.
Is that real, or are you just trolling us?
I'm sure
that's real, dude. It is. Dude, I started playing Skyrim again because it was the anniversary edition.
Yeah, I literally played last night.
Yeah, dude, right now, I'm about to join the Thieves Guild for like the 60th time.
That's Jay, are you serious? That's literally what I was doing last night.
Well, first off, I was going and I was doing that Lost to the Ages mission where you get that weird crown. And so it can boost up your experience really fast.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing I have to go to the some place and burn a bunch of beehives. That's the quest I'm on right now.
What one?
I have to go burn beehives or something.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Right. I remember that one.
We're losing views. Talk about stocks.
Yeah,
how are we going to get rich? Go.
Well, here's another reason why I don't buy a lot of individual stocks. $22,500 inside of my 401k.
Well, dude, somebody said I wanted to bitch. I told Strongman I'd come on if I could bitch about stuff because I've given up on the world.
Okay, but hit me, Cole. What do you want to bitch about? I'll bitch about something.
Yeah, so a buddy of mine on Discord he told me a Scott Adams quote. That apparently Scott Adams said that
who's Scott Adams?
I know you know Scott Adams, Jay.
Is he a YouTuber?
The Dilbert creator?
Oh, okay. All right. No, he got in trouble, didn't he?
We got in a lot of trouble multiple times.
Okay. Go for it, though.
Point, it doesn't even matter who said it. Point is, he said, He said 1 in 3 people don't have a sense of humor. And that really clicked with me. That really made so much sense because I spend way too much time on Reddit just because I it's bewilderment to me. It's kind of like going on Reddit for me is like if you could just stand in one spot and watch car crashes happen over and over again, you'd probably go check it out some days. And
dude, 100%. And I laughed my dick off too.
Dude, I saw this post. So basically, you can say anything, no matter how stupid it sounds. If you just say it from a right-wing perspective, no matter how stupid what you say is, Reddit will think it's completely true and just run with it. Like this guy made an account called like Blacks for Trump, and the profile picture is a Google image search that says black guy. And it's just like a screenshot of a black guy with the Google image search in it.
Yeah.
And it's just like 1,000 comments that are like, man, this idiot Trump supporter couldn't even figure out how to crop the profile picture. I was like, or it's a joke.
Well, dude, there was something that was released recently that was terrifying to me, which was it's only like a quarter to like 30% of people have an inner monologue.
I've heard about that too.
And it's like, dude, I'm just walking around in public, like thinking to myself, ridiculous shit. Like, you know, it's like, what if I just slide tackle this guy that's checking out the cantaloupes? You'd never expect that. I don't do it, but then I just, you know, walk by.
Yeah, I've never talked to somebody who actually doesn't have an inner monologue, but apparently it's like most people. But the Reddit comments that describe it, they're like, yeah, I just like instead of words in my head, I just think in like colors and symbols. Like hieroglyphs or some shit.
What are you, like a freaking animal?
I guess they are. Yeah.
They probably vote for the current regime.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to moneyfund.com. This is the guy that I debated on Bitcoin. He did a very good job. He crushed me.
How did that all come about? What do you do? Just go, I want to be like this super Bitcoin guy.
Yeah, we were just like texting each other, and I think he suggested it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We'll see what happens.
Bro, there was a debate between Peter Schiff and a Bitcoin guy, and it was so bad I couldn't even get through it. Like,
I think they're both clowns, man. Like, I don't like Peter Schiff. He's a shit.
I don't like the way he pushes gold, right? But
that's why he is what he is, dude. Because he wants to sell people gold.
I know. I know, but dude, I like to listen to his thoughts on economics. To be honest with you, like that he does know, but the problem with Peter is he's an Austrian school of economics, right? And the current economy doesn't run on the Austrian school of economics. It runs on the Frankfurt school, which is socialism. That's what Keynes is. That's why, like, people, like, I just went and got like a Dunkin' coffee 3 years ago. It was $2.95 for a large black iced coffee. It was like $4.05 when I went there today. And they're like, oh, inflation is down to 3%. I'm like, no, it's not. It's running at 6-7%. It's actually running above interest rates. It's why the interest rates haven't crushed it.
So I think Strongman, I think you may have seen a few videos. I feel very sure Jay Naugy has not seen any of this. Have you heard of the channel We the Comer?
Oh God.
It is he somehow has pull him up, Strongman. He somehow has like 3,000 to 4,000 subscribers, and all he does is. Are you familiar with yield max funds?
Oh, Jesus Christ! He's another one of those guys.
So he has like 70,
Adrian.
He has $70,000 in margin buying Tesla. But here's the thing: that he owes 5 years of back taxes.
Hey, I know a tax preparer that can do his taxes for him.
Now, look, I'll warn you real quick. I think this guy is mentally challenged. Before
Dude,
you go too hard on him.
Isn't he like a major in the Army or in the Marine Corps?
I'm not sure.
That's
Fabio probably knows.
That's
Bro.
officer. That's terrifying.
Bro, that's terrifying, and you're about to get your ass kicked out of the military because they're not going to let you be 5 years behind on your taxes.
Also, he unironically thinks, because if you like search Tesla, it says like 90% dividend yield, and he unironically thinks, he's like, I'm gonna make 90% a year on this. I'm gonna be able to retire.
Look at this video. Buying SoFi stock is gambling, not an investment. But buying Tesla is perfectly fine.
Well, so he says that he doesn't buy anything that doesn't generate cash flow. So he wouldn't buy Tesla stock because there's no dividend, but he can sell options on Tesla, so that makes it valuable.
That's stupid because Tesla does produce cash flow.
Well, slow down.
For now.
For now. No, Fabio, can you come on right now? Because Fabio is the expert on this guy. He can explain everything.
Oh, dude, bring Fabio on so he can break this guy down for me.
You get this Fabio clown on. Hold on.
Like, you have, like, so basically, Jay Naugy, this guy, apparently he owns some rental properties, and he sold all of them and put all the money into, like, yield max funds. And he's like, I've got to retire in 2 years. So either it works or it doesn't. I'm like, that is a terrible way to plan for retirement. You can't say either it works or it doesn't.
Well, hey, did you guys, off the subject real quick?
Yeah.
Did you see how outraged Paul was about Meat Grinder Grinder's shorting Tesla now?
Well, I think he closed it after a day, I think.
Did he?
Yeah,
One day.
Well, but all I'm saying is Paul lost $10 million shorting Nvidia.
Yeah, but
and it's like I said this on my channel. I go, there's like 4 people in the entire world that are good at shorting, and they all work for Hindenburg.
so wait, where was this? Is this like where did Paul get mad about Kevin?
Oh, dude, he did a video. He did a video talking crap about Kevin, and I'm like, Paul, you're just as bad of a degenerate gambler.
Dude, that
The
video.
only difference is you're a degenerate gambler on stocks that are actually profitable. That's it.
Does anyone know which video it is? Because I see he uploaded like an Apple video and an ETF video. I feel like it wouldn't be either of those unless he just randomly mentioned it.
No, dude. Give me a second.
Because I don't see like a Tesla one. I was looking for like a Tesla one.
No,
Fabio,
a meat grinder one.
Fabio, I emailed you the link.
Everything Money has a video about me, Kevin? Because I don't see it.
They did, unless they took it down.
They must have taken it down, unless I'm stupid.
Well, they have another channel. That's
They could have.
probably what it was.
Wait, they have another channel?
Oh yeah, they started a new channel.
Their first one wasn't good.
Well, the second one's like daily reporting of stoinks.
24/7. Oh, okay, I see it now. I didn't know this existed.
Oh, it's real.
Oh, God, I feel so bad for
Here
the
it is.
people that are following Paul's advice, dude.
Strongman, pull up the Everything Money video. Hold on. Pull up the one talking about Kevin. Paul knows he's such like a little beta nerd that he has to like, I'm gonna put the parental advisory in the corner so I'll look cooler.
What a soy boy. This is so cringe.
Dude, like every second of my channel should be a parental advisory.
Yeah, Jay, you deserve the sticker 100%.
Sometimes I say shit on my channel and I go, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And I just ride with it.
God, I fucking love I love Everything Money. I love Meet Kevin.
A hack criticizing a hack. Is this the same guy who shorted Nvidia?
Dude,
Have to for a day. Like that's so stupid. That's literally just like gambling.
Well, dude,
Like,
it's like I still just don't get it. I just don't get why it's so hard to put most of your money into an index fund. Just pick one.
he's
right?
got a backwards hat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, just to point out though, Paul would have done better buying Bitcoin. Let's point that out.
Well, dude, to be honest with you, I would have done better buying Bitcoin if I had bought it at whatever 20,000, but it's degenerate gambling. And I'm not willing to take a risk with my retirement money.
Fabio, and talk to Jay and the audience. Explain We the Commer.
Okay, so he's a major in the Marine Corps.
Bro, he's going to get kicked out if he owes 5 years of back taxes.
He's on his way out already, supposedly.
Yeah.
And wow, there's so much to go over. So one thing, people have found his, I don't know what you want to say, his like profile videos of him recording on behalf of the Marine Corps. And he was making videos earlier on that, you know, he was doing all these important drills, all these important training drills. And he would say in his videos, he's like, you know, I'm preparing. We did a drill today, preparing for, you know, someone taking over the United States. We're doing really important invasion drills. He's saying all these things, right? And
I feel safe now.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if they're going to deploy him to the border.
It just gets better and better and better. It really does. I'm not joking. So then turns out he has a video out there of him basically claiming that he is retiring soon. I'll actually send it to you, Strongman, on Discord on a DM. And
wait. Can we? It says first Cambodian Marine officer. Can we fact check that?
That can't be true. That cannot be true.
That's not. I guarantee you that's not true.
So,
wow, I can't guarantee you, but I don't think that's true.
I went ahead and DM'd.
You must have a Wikipedia page if that were true.
Hold on. What is this?
I buy yield max funds, and I was the first Cambodian Marine officer. Oh God, that is him. Yeah,
this is him. The date is important.
Hold on a second.
What was the date?
It was
September
9th. No, March 9th, 2022.
Okay,
I believe.
All right.
Yeah, March 9th, 2022.
Life starts at the high school, where you build a lot of your adult decision making and a lot of your friends for life, and a lot of your memories come from the high school. And if I can go back and touch that beginning stage, I feel that at least I can contribute something to society.
I'm crying right now.
nice computer, Strongman.
Agent Marauder Phillips. I am
Right here
a
is
senior
important.
military instructor here at the Marine Corps Junior RTC at Eastern View High School.
Says
I retired in June
Boom, there we
last year,
go.
2021. I
Okay.
retired from basic
Pause
school.
there. That's all you need to hear. The rest of it is him talking about the program and stuff. But he said his retirement date. He was telling, for whatever reason, to all the subscribers, he was not retired and he was retiring in the future. He wasn't telling ever the full story. And basically kind of going along with this narrative. And I have theories. The only thing I can come up with, because there's not anything that tells you the answer, or at least a satisfying one, is that he's just looking for validation, for people to look up to him. He's like Maslow's hierarchy of need. It's not about the money, you know, Joker meme. It's literally about some sort of validation. Now, when we get into the investing thing, there's a little bit more to it, but
And also, you said there's some. So he has a Discord server, it's just all a bunch of yield max preachers. Now, Fabio told me there's somebody in the Discord who claims they're worth $100 million, and they're all in on yield max ETFs.
Seems
I want to say, before I say the following statements, I have nothing against you if you are of lower income, etc. But this individual, for whatever reason, is making a claim, 100 million net worth, and some other people have found them in real life, and they are most definitely not worth 100 million. That's where I'll leave it.
Are they worth? But they're worth at least 1 million, right, Fabio?
Not even close.
Well,
They are probably on the verge of poverty. Like,
well,
absolute poverty.
dude, I'm gonna just tell you this. Jeremy told me that I was a loser if I didn't have 7 figures.
Well, this guy maybe doesn't have even 6.
Did he actually say that? That might be a video I react to.
Not the YouTuber, but somebody in his Discord.
Yeah, but that the YouTuber believes him.
Yeah, the YouTube. Yeah.
No. It's a really sad story. So if I show you this screenshot, and I'm gonna take it and just send it to you. So you
And the importance is that if people are joining this Discord and being like, "Man, this guy's worth $100 million, and he bought Tesla Yield Max Fund," like,
yes, it's
Bro, the how much money you have is so stupid because a dude could have won the lottery and just be making stupid financial decisions. Well, he's got $100 million. Yeah, but he won the lottery.
So Jay, here's the YouTuber's portfolio. It's Rivian, Tesla, Neo, SoFi, and then some Yield Max funds.
Dude, I feel stupid for recreating the total US market inside of my 401k and my VT and mid cap inside my Vanguard account. I feel stupid. I should have just went with Tesla, SoFi, and Rivian in Yield Max.
Wait, are these options or is he owning the stocks?
Okay, so let's break down his portfolio. So he used to have a portfolio of a bunch of random long positions, and he used to be an investor in like blue chip dividend stocks. And then apparently the story goes is some guy in his community at one point, and he named him by name. It's a guy who's like in his 70s. He's like, yeah, that yield's terrible. You should look at these things, pointing to Yield Max funds. And then the descendancy into degeneracy started. So he started buying a little bit of some Yield Max funds, but he had a bunch of other, blue chip stocks. Not that they were going to outperform him. Like his performance, he was always destined to underperform the market. The second photo I showed you is going to be important because that's his total performance since he started investing. Now he switched it over to these stocks here. Some of them are in options, and sometimes he'll be selling and covered calls, and he'll get assigned. What we're looking at here is what he's chosen as his champions, and he says these companies are going to pay off his margin. That's what he says often, that these companies are going to pay off his margin. You buy the growth companies to eventually get your margin off. And then but then sometimes he'll do another video where he'll say the Yield Max funds are going to do that purpose. So nothing ever is consistent. There's never consistency. For example, there was he would say, this was funny, and this is in this Discord. He would say that you don't get it. This is simple. This investing style is very simple. And then one of my subs in there asked a question, hey, can you explain that? And then he said, no, this is complex. We can't talk about this here. Like nothing is ever consistent. If you show the second photo, this is really fascinating to observe. So the second photo is not the most up to date. It's worse now. And I think Greystone's figure is actually the most up to date. That figure at the top left, the $10,000 since December 2022. And the dates are so important because that's literally almost the bottom of the market. November was the bottom. October was the bottom. And he started at near the bottom of the market and he's down $10,000. Like he is.
And that's total return.
That's total return. He is down, I think, $15,000 since then. Because this video was from a couple weeks ago, and yes, he is losing that much money. And so you can see his return. He calls it the fire portfolio on the right-hand side. And just take my word for it. I won't make us play the video. In the beginning of this video, he literally opens up the video by saying he doesn't know how to read this, and that if anyone knows how to read this, to please reach out to him to show him how to read this page. And I mean, I don't know if you guys know that Charles Schwab makes this page very user-friendly.
Bro, what are these? This Yield Max is garbage. They have a 90. They have almost a 1% expense ratio.
Jay, I think you need to fix your camera because
no, I know. I had to put it down because I'm looking at my other computer. It echoes if I use that.
What is he pointing at as schlong? I can't even see.
I thought the joke was like Jay was hearing about this guy's investing strategy and like, yeah, this is where his pussy's going in 1 year.
No, but dude, what is this? Yield Max Apple Option Inc. This is the stupidest thing. This is a recipe for ending up at the truck.
Everything else is great.
Sorry,
yeah,
Sean,
no, I was checking it out on the larger screen. That's why I dipped it down.
So what you see here, again, the results sort of speak for themselves. Again, bull market, this guy's down. He's underperforming every single index. The other part you can see on the left-hand side, his contributions. He's put in roughly about $98,000. He's actually been withdrawing money. So if you listen to some of the things he says, he's actually, again, everything contradicts itself, which is really fascinating. There is no definitive story here. He said one time that he married a woman that's rich and that she looks at his portfolio and she laughs at it. And then the very next week, he'll say, I'm going to withdraw $3,000 and give it to my girl. And she's going to go buy a bag with it. She wants money from my portfolio. And now he's been actually switching narratives and saying, this portfolio isn't for me. This is for her. Like,
bro, that's the advantage of having the AI Megan Fox F doll. I don't have to buy her. I don't even have to buy her food. Just put her in the closet.
I mean, there you go.
50K might actually be a good deal for an F doll.
Yeah, the average because the average kid costs like 300,000 from 1 to 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already spent like 200,000 already, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, that's an understatement. No, he has a video. He has a video talking about Tesla where he's talking about the 90% dividend yield, and he's like, some people in like a strong financial situation, you got a 401k, you got an IRA. Some immigrants come to America, they don't have that opportunity, so they rely on this fund to make 90% a year. That's the only way they're going to retire. I'm like, they're not making 90% a year. You're hurting them more.
The
You're not an
funniest,
immigrant, Cole. You don't understand. Okay.
the funniest thing that was said on my channel was somebody explaining to me that not everybody wants to get rich when they're 70.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like I didn't even know where to begin with that comment. I was sitting there going, you guys just hit Dex. I was sitting there like, bro, yeah, I want to be rich 5 minutes ago. But it just doesn't work that way.
Well, why don't we all just retire now?
No.
Hey, I'm a Gen Xer, motherfucker.
Ironically, that's his audience.
Call me a boomer.
70-year-olds who want to be rich.
He has a lot of 70-year-olds in the Discord.
There's a lot of them in there. A lot of 70-year-olds are in there. A lot of 50, 60-year-olds who
didn't max their tax advantaged accounts.
Yet no, they're not even doing it right now. They're literally going straight 100% yield max funds. There's one guy who's really funny. He's like 27 and he wants to retire by 30. He has $100,000.
That's pretty good.
Well,
that is good.
Yield. You could retire right now. Why wait?
Well, dude, here's the sad thing about it. Here's the sad thing about it. That dude's going to lose his 100K at 27, right? He doesn't know that he's almost to $1 million. Because it only takes 4 doublings to get there. And that's approximately every 7 to 10 years. That's without actually putting money back in.
But he wants to retire in 3 years.
Yeah, well, dude, again, I mean, I want Transformers Megan Fox to come through the room and make me breakfast, and then
hold on, Jay. I don't want trans Megan Fox.
Trans Megan Fox.
Jay Naugy must really like Megan Fox. He mentioned her like 5 times.
Well, dude, or the breakup level Jennifer Aniston, Halle Berry, any of them.
Sydney Sweeney, you know that name, Jay Naugy?
Dude, yeah.
That earlier image, though, the one that showed his portfolio, one thing that I wanted to say about that one is he's at 100% leverage right now. So, and he increased his leverage recently.
And owes 5 years back taxes.
Hey, Fabio, have you looked at it? How bad is the economy levered up right now? I haven't looked at it in a while.
I'd say consumer's been going up, but nothing that...
Not...
I think you two disagree a lot on how the American economy is going.
Well, the American economy right now is shit. People are taking money out of their 401ks to meet bills, which is a leading indicator again, much like the Hooker Price Index.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if something happens soon. bad. I wouldn't predict it.
No, wait. So short Nvidia?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Max,
Well-
max your tax advantaged accounts and buy when there's blood in the street.
If you take Stanley Druckenmiller's commentary seriously on Nvidia, companies like Nvidia are not going to care about recessions because the hyperscalers are going to spend through those recessions, which will be crazy.
Well, I think Nvidia is going to go bankrupt because like who really cares about this AI stuff? People want to like go outside and talk to people face to face, you know.
Nvidia's only threat is internal designs from
As you
the
stream.
hyperscalers.
And the massive amount of massively overvalued.
Well, if you think the growth projections are right, the forward PE is 30, and then continuing from there, it's so Meta finished pretty much their massive capex, but now Google's starting, and then the thing is, it might overlap with the prior capex cycle, so there might be just another super cycle just on the
Well,
horizon.
I mean, if there is, I already benefit from it because it's in the top 10 of my holdings.
Dude, I want it to be #1 in VT just for the memes. I am praying Nvidia goes to like 3-4% of VT because it would be fucking hilarious. I'm a genius. I just knew it, bro.
Hey, I know what we can talk about. Y'all know it's getting political. That member of the squad, Rashida Tlaib, is that how you say her last name? Tlaib,
Something
maybe?
like that. Who cares?
Yeah.
But go on. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Do y'all know she introduced last week? She introduced the Living Wage for Musicians Act, and it would force Spotify to pay musicians a living wage.
Sounds communist.
So, but I think right now Spotify, I don't know the exact numbers, but I think okay. So, on average, musicians get paid 3/1000th. Oh, I'm sorry, 3/10 of a penny per stream. And she wants to move it to, I want to say it's like at a minimum a penny per stream or something. But the point is, all these people think that they're like, man, it's unfair that Spotify doesn't pay musicians that much per stream. But they want their Spotify where they can listen to every song ever made as many times as they want, 24/7. They want it to still be like $8 a month, $10 a month. If they start paying musicians more and it goes to $20 a month, $30 a month, they're going to lash out and be like, oh, this big company's charging us more money? What the hell?
Dude, each member of Congress should be forced to go through Economics 101 and 102.
Taught
Look,
by Joe Biden.
Before we get really into this, I want to ask you guys, how much should I get paid for this performance right here?
Bro, how do you hit those? How do you hit those notes? I'm like half your size, and I can't even come close to that high
Look,
pitch.
I got some soy in me, apparently.
Bro,
I
you're
just
like
know.
230 pounds of American beef, and somehow you can hit these high notes, dude. It's
240,
fascinating.
But who's counting?
I'm jealous. No, here's one for you, and this one I support. Members of Congress, specifically Nancy Pelosi, that demoness, should not be able to buy individual stocks.
I can see that. I haven't thought about it too much, but it sounds like something that should be true.
Bro,
Aren't they pushing the market with their plays? Aren't they constantly just obliterating the S&P 500 with their options? And like they have such an advantage. It really is kind of a scam, but
it's a complete scam. And when she gets up there and she's like, they're like, should members of Congress be able to trade stocks? She's like, I wish like she would actually tell the truth where well, how would we trade on our insider knowledge?
Right. I saw somebody arguing, this is not a politician, this is just somebody on the internet. Somebody was arguing that OnlyFans should have to pay a living wage because why should a woman have to show her butthole and only get like $100 a month?
that's more than I'm getting from my butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get anywhere near that down at the truck stop.
I wish I invented OnlyFans.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
Well, most people don't even make money on OnlyFans, right? It's like it's like YouTube.
I think the bottom, like the bottom 90% make under $100 a month.
The founder makes the most money.
Yeah.
Like,
who?
The founder. He makes the most money.
Oh, of course.
So he's literally just like a pimp.
Well, he's not protecting them.
Yeah. So he's doing less than a pimp. He's worse than a pimp. Yeah.
He's just a facilitator.
Dude, but Jay Naugy was talking about the whore index or whatever. Some girl on OnlyFans asked me for $20 for a picture of her getting fucked, not a video.
Why are you on OnlyFans, Cole?
$20 for a picture.
Cole, why are you on OnlyFans?
5 years ago, there's a video prices.
Cole, why are you on? I don't think I've ever been to that website. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Yeah, go to hit share your screen and then hit Control H.
Hold on a minute. I gotta make sure nothing degenerate pops up before I share this. Okay, here's the first thing that pops up. This is so misleading.
Yeah, so the website started as it was like Patreon. It was just for like musicians and artists and stuff. And so they still try to promote it like that. They're still like, oh, people use our website to like make cupcakes. You know?
Yeah, we can make cookies. Look at that.
It's like what is that guy? He does like math tutorial videos on like Pornhub.
I've heard of that.
Does he really? That's awesome.
Copy and cleavage. Here we go.
It's like a math professor who got famous for doing it.
Dude, all of the OnlyFans, all of that crap is just a consequence of the era of cheap money.
Jay, what are your thoughts on this? Oops, I think I zoomed in too much. What are your thoughts on this?
See, if that person can, if that person can make money, we're in a bubble.
What the fuck am I looking at?
He's hot, bro. Should we play the? I'm scared to play this.
Nah, dude. You don't know if that's gonna end up. You don't know if that's gonna end up in B-hole play.
Yeah, it's like the first thing that pops up.
It looks wholesome from the outside, man. It's like quicksand. You don't really know it's there until you're inside of it.
It's just a girl in a bikini or in a bathing suit in the middle of the winter. What could go wrong? Wow, that was an interesting experience, Cole.
Wait, so OnlyFans didn't start as porn?
It didn't. No, it didn't. It started as like a Patreon. It's just like, hey, I make music, pay me some money, or I draw. But then it turns out there's way more money in girls taking their panties off than some guy making like a sculpture.
Yeah, who would have guessed that there's more money in seeing hot women naked? I never would have.
Dude, if I caught my son on a website like that when he's older, of course, I would slap the shit out of him.
You wouldn't slap him right now, though.
Maybe.
You give him a high five.
I'll be like, okay, I know you're not gay, but
what would you do this strong, man? What if your son's on his little iPad and he's watching Caleb Hammer, but he sees you coming in, so he switches to OnlyFans. He's like, I'm not gay, Dad.
I'd be like, son, I love you for who you are.
Chris, what would you do if your son started taking Dave Ramsey's investment advice?
Oh, I would beat the shit. That would piss me off more than him being on OnlyFans.
And what would happen to you if your son came to you one day and he goes, Dad, I think I want to be a financial advisor?
That's when he gets kicked out of the window, disowned.
What if you saw like when your son's like 12 or so, and you go through his phone, you see like him texting his friends, and he's like, I'm probably not gonna be able to go to college. My dumbass dad put my college fund into VT.
I'd be like,
it went to zero.
He's probably right.
Chris, did I tell you this one, dude? Like a year ago, I got contacted by this dude I went to school with at USF, and he goes, Hey, Jay, just wanted to let you know I'm a financial advisor. Now, if you need any financial advice, I go, bro, I went to school for finance with you. I was like, what the fuck would I need your advice? Master tax advantaged account. And then I just didn't respond to him after that. But I was like, the temerity to hit me up going, hey, I'm like, what are you going to do? Put me in one of your 2% funds?
It's sales. It's a shotgun blast. You just
Jay, I'm gonna blow your mind. Right
Yes,
now.
sir.
You're not.
Baby, please.
I mean, you're gonna be like, I believe it, but you're gonna be like, this. There's no way.
What?
So at my job, we have a licensed banker. They have their Series 7 and some other. I think their Series 6.2 and some other stuff. It's a licensed banker.
Dude, I think I should just go ahead and pass the Series 7 and just never work as a financial advisor.
This person, they're not a financial advisor, but they're licensed. So the bank was having their special. It was a 3-month CD, 4%.
Mm-hmm.
I had to explain to the banker, the licensed banker, 4% is annualized. They were opening CDs for people, and they thought at the end of 3 months you get 4%. At the end of, they didn't know CD rates were annualized.
Were you terrified? Were you terrified at that point?
Yes, they have a Series 7.
Bro, I was back home, right? My buddy tells me, he's talking to me about his cousin and like the drama going on with his ex-wife. And he goes, yeah, she makes good money. She does investments. And I go, what do you mean by that? I go, Dave's ex-wife is giving people financial advice. And he goes, yeah. I go, that is one of the most terrifying things I have ever heard.
What was do you know any of the advice? Or?
No, it's probably awful because she's awful. But like, she was just not a bright individual. I told my buddy not to marry her. Because they were constantly fighting and breaking up. And we were at the bar one night and he was complaining about it. And I go, bro, you've been complaining about this to me for like 2 years. I go, you guys don't get along. I go, she's not that bright. I go, I don't know. So he ended up marrying her and they had a couple of puppies together. And what ends up happening, she takes him for everything in the divorce and he's surprised about it.
She takes $500,000 in the divorce and then makes a YouTube video saying, hey guys, here's my $500,000 investment portfolio. So
pretty much that's probably what happened. But yeah, no, dude, just the way he said it, she's doing investments. I go, what do you mean by investments? My buddy's just like kind of staring blankly at me.
All right, Fabio, we appreciate
it. See
it.
you, Fabio.
And then there were two.
All
right, the two most popular members of the Strongman channel. This is what the viewers came for.
I don't know about that. I mean, all I really do is say ridiculous crap.
I mean, do you have Discord open?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't even have a Discord account.
You had one?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I have messages with you.
That was okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use it.
Okay, yeah. I was just gonna send you something.
Just send it to my email.
It was a Jay Naugy impersonator.
Yeah.
Was it really?
No.
Oh.
No, it's just this other fucking just was bitching about Reddit earlier. They just they don't understand what jokes are. There's a photo. It's Obama standing with the Queen of England and Trump standing with the Queen of England. And Obama's has his hands and arms folded and he's over his crotch area. And then Trump just has his hands straight. And there's a big arrow pointing to Obama. It says cock shame. And then there's a big arrow pointing to Trump. It says cock confidence. It's Obama's covering his cock because he knows that he's a fragile man. And dude, there's an 800 comment Reddit thread that's well, actually, Obama's trying to show respect to the Queen of England. You saw an arrow pointing to Trump that said cock confidence. You're well, this is serious. I need to debunk this.
Oh,
dude.
Please.
Yeah, I'll find the picture and send it to you.
Dude, Obama was such a great president that he went from a $1 million net worth to a $70 million net worth by the time he left office.
Well, he wasn't buying VT. I'll tell you that much.
No, he definitely wasn't buying VT. He wasn't doing the slow and steady towards retirement.
What up, Sasha?
What's going on, buddy?
That's a world famous. Sorry, hold on.
What?
He's pulling up the picture I was talking about. Donald Trump has cock confidence. He valiantly points his cock to the world. He doesn't fear getting hurt because he knows he is strong.
Oh man, I love this stream,
dude. Yeah, well, there are people that don't get the joke because I was on Twitter before I quit because it's pointless. But I was talking about how I was a huge fan of Justin Trudeau because he's the king of blackface, and people were like arguing with me. They're going, he only did that a few times in college, and I would write back to him something like, yeah, one time in blackface, but I forget what I would say, but I would say something ridiculous back, and then they would continue to argue with me, and I'm like, I can't do this. This isn't even fun to troll on this site.
Then you should have tweeted the like, well, Jeffrey Epstein only did that a couple times.
No, dude. You know what I do miss about Trump? It's that Shane Gillis joke.
We need smart Joker. That's what we need.
But dude, like, you know what I do miss about Trump was that it's that Shane Gillis joke. After they killed that terrorist, Trump walks out there and just talks shit about him for 40 minutes straight.
He died like a dog.
He died like a dog. People said he was crying.
Dude, that was pure comedy, that whole presidential term.
Dude, that's what I want back. Like, everything is so miserable in the economy. I want Trump just calling a post game like every night and walking out there and doing like 40 minutes of the funniest shit talk ever.
Look, I don't care if World War III starts. I just want to laugh when I see a presidential speech. That's all.
Yeah, well, dude, when he's like sitting there with CNN and he's like, "No, you're fake news."
It's this is a real clip. I'm not adding any words to this. It's like a week into COVID. People are like shitting their pants. Like, are we gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen? And this CNN reporter is like, "What do you say to the millions of Americans who are at home scared right now?" And Trump's like, "I say you're a terrible reporter."
Dude, that's why it's like I was talking to my sister-in-law. She goes, "I can't vote for Trump." And I'm like, "Why? He's the funniest comedian of all time." And she's like, she goes, "He just says stuff that's so wrong." I go, "That's why he's great." Here's one of my favorite things where he just goes, "And I told Putin I'd nuke him." He didn't believe me. Maybe like 5%, but like that was just enough. And I'm like, who says that?
Shane Gillis did teach me how he does have the best Trump impression I've heard.
Oh, he does, dude. He's great at it.
Where he says he explains to do a Trump impression. You describe something and then you explain how, and you just explain you described it that way. So Trump will walk into a large room and he'll go, What a large room here. I walked in, I said, "Wow, what a large room."
Well, dude, when Gillis was talking about when Trump first comes out and how it's not fair, you got all these nerds here, and everybody's like, that was a great joke where he's like, well, by Trump, because all you have to do is do a Trump impression and it's funny. But where they're all like, I'm from Kentucky and I believe in education. And the next guy's like, great, I'm from Texas and I believe in this. And then Trump comes out and he goes, Rand Paul is ugly.
And in the same joke, Shane says like all these career politicians, they've been in politics for decades, and they're like they just bring up some fact, and Trump goes, "No, that's wrong," and they're like, "I wasn't ready for that." Like what?
No, yeah, dude. Like Trump is also the master of the reverse insult, where he's like, he'll say, "Some would say." I would never say that because that's mean, but some have said it.
Now I hope this happens too, just because I want to see Tesla implode that much faster.
Well, dude, I mean, look at it like this: why should the taxpayer beyond, like, what other industry? Like, if Chris, if you want to take your tax business, right? You want to take it public, okay? Why should you get tax money? But yet we do that for EVs. Everybody's, you have all these people here and they're like, we're going to battle climate change. And I'm like, who's the we? I don't give a shit about climate change. I keep telling everybody that. Where it's like, well, we need to go to, alternative protein instead of steak because of the environment. And I go, again, I don't give a shit about the environment.
I mean, the tax credits are ridiculous, like $7,500 for a car.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money the government's shelling out.
Well, not the government, you. Because even if you get money back at the end of the year, you're still paying for all this with inflation.
Well, I commit fraud, so I don't report taxes.
Yeah, well, you're a hero then.
I just get all my money back every year. $10,000 refund.
But no, it's like people don't seem to understand that. They go, oh, yeah, we should have the government do this. You won't have to pay a dime of it except inflation. That's why your eggs cost $96 a carton now.
Well, joke's on you. I don't buy eggs.
or why, like, I think I brought this up probably multiple times, but that's why I never understood the push to get rid of student loan debt. Because it's like, so
more inflation.
Yeah, so it's everyone with student loan debt is going to be better off. Everybody without student loan debt will be worse off. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so if let's say we do want to have a massive welfare program, I think it's like $1 or $2 trillion or something, to eliminate all of it. Why would we give that to? Since when is college educated people? They're like, oh, that's the neediest people in America. People with degrees, well, not like a single mother with like 3 kids. She doesn't need money.
Well, that's because rich people are the people that control politics. And then they go, oh, well, little Susie, she went to school for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it turns out that's not an actual skill. And that's just more Marxist bullshit.
You get jobs in that.
Oh, bro, we have one at work. And then I was asking, I go, why don't we have any DEI meetings? And they go, well, deep down, they know how that's going to go. Because I work with a bunch of veterans. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, we're all going to be sitting there mocking him the whole time.
Just to his face, like in the middle of the speech.
Yeah, I would love that, dude, to go. So, Jay, what are you doing to address diversity, equity, and inclusion? I don't know. I played Skyrim Saturday night.
I played a Khajiit, and then I switched over to a Dark Elf.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I played the Brenton, to be honest with you, because they got that magic resistance.
Yeah, I stopped playing Skyrim because after I created my character, I tried to switch genders after the fact, and the game doesn't let you.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It needs more like the whole time I've played Skyrim over the past like 12 years, I've always thought this needs more diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah, like there should be like there should be certain days of the week, like every Sunday, if you go to buy a weapon from like a white-owned business, like they're shut down. You have to support like a black-owned business.
Yeah, no, I agree with you totally.
Jay, are you a Stormcloak or an Imperial?
I've played both, man. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm going Imperial in this play through. What do you play?
Oh, I'm a Stormcloak, bro.
I suspected you were racist.
I know. You got me. Every time. I can't bring myself to be an Imperial.
Dude, it's crazy the people who don't who are not like the people in my real life who are not like online 24/7 and they don't know a lot of this, like just any of this. They don't my black manager, she's because February was Black History Month, and she's like, oh, we should she wanted to celebrate. She's like, well, we could get a bunch of Popeyes for like lunch one day. I was like, we're gonna be on national news immediately.
She really said that to you?
Yes, that was just like yes.
I would have been looking at her and going, I love you, but I don't think you understand the current environment. If we do, I love Popeye's chicken. No, I would love to eat it. Like, dude, like 3 weeks ago, I was really hungry and I sat down and I ate an entire bucket of Publix fried chicken by myself.
Yeah.
Right. I love it. And I ate some watermelon too, but I was like, if that's at the thing for the Black History Month, yeah, we're all getting fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, she doesn't know about any of the shit that's going on, does she?
I guess not, because to her, she's like, yeah, she's just trying to. It's so funny because that you get in trouble for just trying to be nice. She just wanted to do something nice for the employees. She's like,
yeah,
there's a Popeyes like half a mile down the street, and we all like it. So she's like,
yeah, everybody likes Popeyes. Yeah. Straight chicken. Did you suggest a pizza party instead?
I walked away and I would go find the employee I knew I could talk to about it. I said, "This is a terrible idea. I tell them I was not here that day if this happens."
Yeah, dude, I'd be the same way. I'd be walking out of work and they'd be asking me. I'd be like, "No comment. I'm going home. I'm gonna go home and play Skyrim." And I would look directly at him and go, "I'm gonna side with the Empire, okay? Because I don't even want to get into it."
So somebody else. This. So this person was like getting all their stuff together. They were not ready to be helped. They were just getting all their stuff together, and somebody else walks in and they're ready. So they get in line because they're ready. And so I assist them, and then the person who gets in line like right after, and I hear them saying to the coworker that's helping them. I hear them say like, "Yeah, I was skipped in line. Somebody else walked in and they skipped me and helped the other person." I was like, that did not happen. You were somewhere else. You were not waiting in line to be helped. And then the next day, the lady comes back and I can overhear. I don't think she can see me, but I overhear her. She's like, "Yeah, yesterday I came in here and I was skipped." And I'm like, "She's still complaining about this?" It was like it cost her like a minute of time maybe. But then the next week, because I guess she had like a weekend to think about it. The customer's black. And they come in and they're like, "Yeah, last week I was waiting for somebody to help me. And then a white person walked in and they helped them first." I was like, "Oh, you didn't include that in the story the first 2 times you told it."
But I bet you dropped everything then, didn't you?
Yeah. I would probably be looking at her going, "I have no idea how to address this. I'm going to refer you to my manager."
And that's to clarify, that's not normal. That was like that was one scenario. That's not like an everyday thing or anything. That was one person.
Well, dude, the problem is, man, everybody, like most decent people want to be nice, but there's assholes out there that take advantage of you for it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been used and abused many times, guys. I know how it feels.
Down at the biker bar you had.
Hey, if VT keeps sucking like it has, I might be.
What do you mean sucking, dude? It's trading for less than the S&P, which means your money is going further.
Shh. Don't say that, Jay. It's actually been funny because people are always like, "Oh, it doesn't beat inflation." It's up like 22% in the last year.
Well, that just shows how bad inflation's been.
Yeah,
right.
That's what they do. They're like, "Oh, well, inflation was 28%." Like, okay.
Well, dude, I mean, it's not really an argument. I mean, either way, because if VT isn't beating inflation, neither is the S&P.
No, the S&P always does.
Yeah.
So U.S. stocks beat inflation, but other countries don't.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, I don't.
That's why
I think that about European stocks. I don't give a shit about European stocks.
I love Europe. It's so cultural.
Yeah, right. Socialism.
Dude, hopefully I'm not. I mean, we've been streaming for an hour and a half, so hopefully I haven't brought up Reddit that much. But
not at all, Cole.
I don't know if they're a real European or if there's some guy like cosplaying as a European. But there was some post about a libertarian in America like said there should be no taxes or something, and this person was like, I live in Britain, and every year on tax day, people are like smiling and waving at each other because we know that like we just paid our taxes and that'll give people free health care and help the poor. I'm like, there's no way people are not like skipping, holding hands together on tax day in Europe. Like it's not.
Also,
that's because you've never been to Europe, Cole.
Yeah. Also, your tax money is not going to help the poor.
Whoa. Well, what is it going towards?
Perpetual war bullshit where, people that don't understand economics go, oh, we should use taxpayer to fund EVs.
But eventually the more people who buy EVs today, the more poor people that can buy used EVs in 5 years.
Sure.
Yeah. It's called trickle down or something. I don't know.
Dude, the more money you pay in taxes, the less money you have to buy guns.
All right, don't bully me because I'm making progress. I shot a gun for the first time.
What was
not at a person. It was at a gun range. So I was shooting a target.
What'd you shoot?
I don't even know. I know I shot something 9mm. I'm pretty sure it was a Glock. And then I also had like a big AR. It had like a big laser scope thing on it. It was pretty badass.
You're just shooting a 5.56, 223.
Yeah, it was a 223. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, ARs are great, man. They're easy to use rifles. They're fun. Glock's not 9mm, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are video planned where I want to take those tattooed chef bowls that I have in my freezer, and they're still there, and I want to freaking shoot them and like just destroy them at a gun range. I think that would be an epic freaking video.
No, it would be, dude. Especially hitting it with that AK round.
What I was shocked by was they gave us these giant earmuffs, and like I was like, oh, this will no, it was still loud as shit. Like, so I couldn't imagine not having ear protection. Yes, that you're talking about my fleshlight over there. You're correct.
Why is it blue?
Well, that way, because I have like a salt shaker that's similar shape. I don't want to mix them up, so I got like a blue.
Oh,
one.
you don't want to stick your schlong in salt. So.
No, I don't want to put cum in my food. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because by the way, they try to make it so complicated. You don't have to clean them.
Why you don't clean your fleshlight?
Yeah, I was like, I kept cleaning
I can't imagine the stink in your apartment right now.
I kept cleaning it, and I was like, man, this takes so much time, like.
Just leave it, whatever.
So I was like, what happens if I don't clean it? And dude, my cock's grown twice in size since I stopped cleaning it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's like radiating. It's like glowing and stuff.
Glow. You may want to go to a doctor, Cole. Strongman, when are we doing a free fridge tour? My fridge, okay, it's got some pizzas. It's got 2 tattooed chef bowls, it's actually annoying because these 2 freaking tattooed chef bowls are taking up like a decent amount of space. And then it's got some like frozen meat, and that's it. I mean, nothing. What if
you came home and the 2 tattooed chef bowls were gone, and you're like, you like question your wife on it? She's like, I threw them away, but you see like a little tattooed chef on her mouth right there.
Dude, yeah. I would be beating some ass. Like, I'd be in jail. I think those are the last tattooed chef bowls that ever exist. They're all gone.
Probably, if he didn't know it was you, if you sold them anonymously, I think Jeremy would give you like a little cash for them. And then Jeremy can make a video like, just got these at Target. Yep, the company's back.
Dude, my plan isn't to retire off VT. It's to retire off selling tattooed chef bowls in like 20 years.
Well, they're like oh, you should call them, dude. You should take pictures of them and call them NFT TCFs and sell them for like $100,000.
Oh my God, Cole!
No, that's actually a brilliant idea, dude.
You are a genius.
Well, because the the U.S. dollar is just fiat, but a picture of a bankrupt company's frozen food.
Dude, remember Andre Geek talking about his NFTs?
Yes, I'll never.
I don't want to remember that, Jay.
I remember when they were all four of them. They were all congratulating Andre. They're like, you bought that picture of Spider-Man for $1,000, and now it's $10,000.
Dude, or when he was doing a thing on Pokemon cards, like, yeah, that's where I want to put my retirement money.
Didn't Logan Paul like get scammed for like $2 million or something, like Pokemon cards or something?
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think those guys are the brightest.
Do y'all want to talk about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? There won't be much to talk about, but
I think Mike's going to go easy on him.
Well, yeah, if it was a real fight, Jake Paul would be killed.
Yeah, have you seen 57-year-old Mike Tyson on the sauce hitting pads? That is terrifying. Bro, like, if Mike Tyson was fighting at, his full potential, even at 57, he would maul Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be funny. It'd be like a tiger fighting a person.
You know what I really hope? This is what I genuinely hope happens, and I'm not kidding at all. I hope that they get like $10 million from pay-per-view or whatever, however it's.
No, it's going to be on Netflix, bro.
Okay, you don't have to pay extra for it.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I'm watching it.
I hope like 1 million people tune in for it, and like 3 seconds into the match, Jake Paul like throws one jab, and Mike Tyson just falls down, knocked out. The fight's over, and Mike Tyson's like, "Yeah, that was a real fight. He got me." Like I guess Jake Paul's just that great, and Jake Paul's like, "Yeah, I beat Mike Tyson in one hit." It's like clearly staged. Like it's clearly staged.
Bro, I think what's going to happen is I think Tyson's going to let it go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Oh my God. Dude, turn that into an NFT.
Is that your camera? Or is it really those colors?
I mean, it's like white and
like it looked like confetti paper or something topped on the. Looks like they sprinkled like some crap on it. I guess that is what they did.
Basically. When do these expire? By like 2050?
Never, dude. That's real food. Real food doesn't go bad.
No, May 2nd, 2024. I only have a limited amount of time before I can, not die.
Wait, shoot it on the expiration date. I like put on sunglasses and go, you just got expired or like something like that. We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll work on the one-liner.
Yeah.
But anyway, boys, that was a good stream. I got to get some Tattooed Chef now.
Yeah, no worries, brother. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll do it again. We'll do a Jeremy outro because why not?
Why not?
All right, where's that? Here we go.
You do that necessarily in real estate. Yeah.
And your idea for building your portfolio is to load up on Fubo TV.
Business fundamentals for a lot of the companies you talk about are deteriorating.
The guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Jeremy, you can't resist talking about me. I'm starting to think that you're in love with me. And just know that I'm in love